Welcome to another episode of SOS. I've got two ladies today, one in Philadelphia and one in Egypt. So let's meet them now. Hi ladies, I'm really sorry to keep you waiting. So starting with Mary.
So I am Mary Kay or MK, and I'm actually from Philadelphia.
And do I say Yusra?
Yes, I'm from Egypt.
So let's just start with you now.
Thanks to you, I started a skincare routine at the beginning of lockdown and managed to get most of my problems resolved.
So where are you at now with the whole shebang bang?
Two main concerns. I've managed to get all the blackheads cleaned up, but I do have these really deep ones.
Where are they on your skin?
You can see this spot. This was one that I popped out and now it's a scar, so I'm not going to go there. But I do have others on my chest, in my armpits. Actually went to a cosmetic dermatologist. She had one of them cleaned out with a laser, but then it left like a crate.
Can we talk about the fact that you're a picker? Are you a picker too, by the way?
We all are.
And let's just have a picker conversation, because I am 58 and I went like this all the time. And as a result, when I did Accutane, which is my route to getting over my acne, and then I suddenly had this really, no more spots, what was left was the scarring. And the scarring occurs very differently on different skin tones, because you're slightly more caramel, Yusra. So it looks like you're more like my daughter, and therefore really understanding how they're different and how they need to be treated differently is important. A professional will know that, but there's two things that I did, and I can only speak from my experience. It sounds like you're getting the glow on your skin. You're getting the vibrancy, life and energy back in your skin, because maybe you're doing some facial massage and AIOUs, but there's just the scarring really, and the slight active ones. And every time you want to go and pick it, you need to remember that the pick is so satisfying and the long-term downside is very long. A very aggressive form is to do some kind of CO2 laser, and different skin tones react differently to it. So you would need to check this with the dermatologist. But a weaker and working differently kind of treatment is fractional radiofrequency. And what that means is you're getting radio frequency, but you're getting the needles going in and just doing that gentle resurfacing. And then on certain skin types, like there's this thing I always refer to called Cosmoplan or Cosmolan, which is very good on any deeper skin tones, not just sort of lily white skin tones. It will help get rid of pigmentation and, to an extent, dark spots on your skin. But you need to be religious about SPF, because they will come back otherwise. And they could come back, I think, sometimes worse. I'd say for you, that might be what you could focus on and just research it. Does that help?
It does help with the scarring bit, but I'm not sure now what to do about the big blackheads.
Tell me the products you're using.
I use lactic acid from The Ordinary 10%, and I use the Paula's Choice exfoliant. And sometimes, like once a week or so, I use a granular exfoliator, and that's it.
I like the Paula's Choice.
Yes.
I think the lactic is nice. It's a bigger molecule size, so it's more for glowing, lovely skin than dealing with blackheads. That's not going to deal with blackheads, lactic acid. In my mind, you need more little salicics and things which the BHA has in it.
I was considering glycolic acid, but I don't know if that would be too harsh.
Well, it's aggressive, and it's an acid that, kind of really works on the surface. But what do you clean your skin with? Because I'm wondering if your process of cleaning is leaving your skin a bit too oily.
I do have oily skin, so that's another challenge that I have to deal with. And what I use the CeraVe gel cleanser in the morning. I use the cleansing balm in the evening first, and then I use this one afterwards, and I use this in the morning once.
Okay, so the CeraVe, what does it say at the top of it?
Foaming cleanser for normal to oily skin.
The word foaming, I'm not good with a foamer. There's a good cleanser it's an Irish woman. It's called Skingredients. And you can see if you could get it. She has this prebiotic cleanse, which is more for a normal skin, but she has a salicylic acid cleanser. And it's actually a really good cleanser when you have open pores and an oily skin. Because I think if your skin is normal to oily, great balm in the evening to take off the makeup and then the gel. But maybe at the moment you need to actually get your skin to a less oily place. Use it with and invest in a Foreo, because I think you need some machinery when you clean your skin that will really, like what I like about the Foreo, the vibration that to an extent dislodges the dirt So to me, the foil works in two ways, that you're getting that massage, you're not pulling your skin when you do it. And I feel the vibration does help to really clean the skin. Change your cleansing routine is, I think, our message today. All right, darling. Mary, tell me yours.
So I had for years these really nice brown patches here and here. Post-menopause, the color they're still there, but the color has lessened. But what I'm left with is a really nice, weird, gritty area.
You mean the softness is gone?
The softness is gone, and it's almost, you can almost see a patch of like super roughness.
Have you gone to a dermatologist and tested yourself for any abnormal skin cells in your face?
I have not.
I'm going to ask you to do that first, and I'm not going to scare you with that at all. But I think before you consider anything, I think you should just check that. All right. Okay. And you see, I think it's, you know, when any woman, and I would say this to anyone watching, might have done SPF for years. It might be that all that sun damage was done, you know, when we're much younger and our mums did not slather us in SPF. When we go down the path of life, our sun damage comes out in a way. And then menopause, and that sort of hormone change in our skin, it sort of like comes together like, you know, land evolving and, you know, the opposite of Europe breaking away or Pangea or whatever. You know, most American women I know have some kind of derm. And that's a facialist who's sometimes a dermatologist kind of thing. I want you to go and see a proper dermatologist and get that skin looked at and check, because it's really important we do check those things. If we have something that feels really abnormal, we should check that with the derm first before we consider anything else. Tell me other things that you're feeling with your skin.
The other thing is just a natural aging issue. Like, I'm 61 and I really feel like my skin so far looks pretty good. I changed my skin routine when I was like 45 and haven't really looked at it since.
What are you using right now?
Cleansing oil in the morning. And then I do a little retinol at some point during the day. And then at night I do.
You do a cleansing oil in the morning and you do a retinol during the day.
No, I do a retinol at night. I'm sorry. I do a retinol at night.
What do you do over your cleanser?
A little vitamin C.
Yep.
And that's kind of it.
Okay. And then SPF?
I do SPF. I do Trinny is SPF.
What kind of retinol do you do?
Peter Thomas Roth.
I would kind of say those are products that are efficacious and, you know, it will probably be a good retinol. And so you can continue on that path. The thing for me is, because you're talking about this roughness, I mean, I'd like to say you could do a little bit more morning exfoliation just to see if that could help. But I want you to see the derm first.
I get that. Fair enough.
Okay, that's great. I can't believe we're in Philadelphia and Egypt. I love this show. Bye.
Thank you, Trinny. Bye.
I loved having those ladies on, and very vocal and really good at highlighting what they feel their issues are. I do think it's so important when you look at your skin, if you feel there's anything that doesn't feel it's going away or feels abnormal, to go and see a dermatologist, because could be that it's nothing, but to have roughness on top of pigmentation is unusual and therefore should always be checked out. So, you know, listen to your skin is my big bit of advice, and if in doubt, go and see a dermatologist.
I was a little taken aback when Trinny suggested that I see a dermatologist to make sure that my skin was okay. I did so, and everything is absolutely fine, except I need to be more consistent with my daily skincare routine. So good advice. Thanks, Trinny.